Welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to fix some of the issues and maybe all of the issues that we've found in the previous lesson. Okay, so let's start by the submit button. We don't want the player to be able to submit a word if the word is not 5 letters long. Okay, to do so, we are going to open the input manager and we are going to add the submit button as a reference. So let's create it, serialize field, private button, submit, or maybe try button. Okay. But the button is not recognized, so let's add the UI library. So using unityengine.ui. Now it's recognized because it's in the UI library of Unity. Okay. Now we are going to create two methods, one for enabling the try button and another one for disabling it. Let's create them after the backspace pressed callback. Okay, so these are going to be private because I think that we are going to use them only inside the input manager class. So let's call them enable try button. It's gonna oh, sorry, it's a void method. I was like, why isn't it working? This method will be responsible for enabling the try button. So we can say try button dot interactable equals false. This way we are preventing the interactions with the button. Let me show you what it does exactly. So basically it's selecting the try word button and disabling the interactable checkbox. That's just it. And now you can't click it, even in play mode. Okay? So yeah, let's disable the interactions at first, and then we can control it via the script. Okay. Then we can make another one, private void, disable try button. Okay, so try button.interactable equals false, and here it needed to be true, sorry. Okay, because we are enabling. All right. In the keepRest callback method, if the word is complete, we want to enable the try button. To do so, we are simply going to call the enable try button method. Perfect. After that, when checking the word, if the word is wrong, we need to disable the button, because we have switched to the next word container. So let's call the disable try button method. Let's try this, hit play. Okay, so now the button is disabled. Let's try bread. Okay, EAD. And it's not working because we haven't specified the submit button in the input manager. So let's select the input manager, drag the try word button and drop it here. Okay, let's hit play. Let's try bread again. All right, now it's enabled. Let's try. Perfect, disabled again. Let's try another word, mount, enabled. But when we hit the backspace key, it's still enabled. So we need to prevent that. To do so, we are going to open the input manager. In the backspace pressed callback, we need to check if we have actually removed a letter or not. Okay, so in the word container class, instead of returning void, so basically nothing, when we remove a letter, we are going to return a boolean. So if the current letter index is less or equals than 0, it means that we haven't removed a letter, so returns false. This method did not work, actually. But if we have successfully removed the letter, we can return true. True. Perfect. Now let's go back to the input manager. And we can store this data in a boolean. So let's call it removing removed letter, maybe. Yeah, let's call it removed letter, like so, equals this. Now we can write a condition. So if we have successfully removed the letter, then we want to enable to disable the try button, because we don't want to try a word if it's not complete. So let's go back to Unity, hit play. Let's try and make a full word. So let's keep up with our bread. So now it's the try button is enabled. Let's hit the backspace key, and now the try button is disabled. Perfect. Awesome. Cool. There still is a small issue right here. It's that if we write the correct word, submit it with the try button, we can still try again, okay? We can also remove the word even though we have the level complete. So we are gonna fix that later on when we are gonna create the game manager, don't worry. We are just gonna specify that if we have completed the level, then don't do anything. Perfect. So yeah, in the next lesson, we are going to improve our try button a bit, like with just some graphics improvements. And yeah, that will be it. It's going to be a cool lesson. See you there.